Welcome back, everybody, for another quick review on how to factor trinomials. Remember, trinomials means there's three terms, so we've got three terms here. And in this case, we are looking at the guess and check method, so when a is not equal to 1. Okay, so how to factor those again. We're going to do three quick problems, and then tonight's homework is to do a worksheet and then check your answers. So just some more practice and making sure we've got this down. Tomorrow we will have a review game and we'll take a quiz after the game. All right, so notice today I took off the boxes and everything else. So it is just kind of filling in the two parentheses. We're looking for the two binomials that multiply together to get 3x squared plus 16x plus 5. If you remember from yesterday, we start with the first term and we find numbers that multiply to get 3. We only have two options, 1 and 3. So we're going to fill those into the boxes or into the front of the parentheses, since those are guarantees. All right, then we look at our last term and it was 5. Our middle term is positive, so I know that this has to be a positive and a positive. Well, we only have two numbers that multiply to get 5, and that is 1 and 5. But the question is, which one goes where? So to determine that, we do our outside and inside numbers, and remember when we add them together, it has to give us 16 x's. So you have to think about where we want to put the 1 and the 5. If I'm looking for 16, I know it has to be kind of bigger. So I want the 5 to go with the 3 whenever I multiply them. So 5 times 3x gives us 15x's. And the plus 1 over here, 1x times 1 gives us 1x. And when I add them together, I do get 16x. So this would be our answer when we factored x plus 5 and 3x plus 1 are our two binomials. All right, let's try another one here. We're going to again go straight to our parentheses. We look for numbers that multiply to get the first term. We have 5 and 1 are our only two options, so 5x and 1x. Our last number is positive. Our middle number is positive, so that means it has to be a positive and a positive. And I only have two options, 7 and 1. Again, I am trying to fill out the outside and inside terms to give us 36 x's, which again is a pretty big number. So I want the 7 to go with the 5 when I multiply them. So 5x times 7 would give us 35 x's, and fill in the 1 there, which would give us 1x, and 35x plus 1x does give us 36x. So our two binomials are 5x plus 1 and x plus 7. All right, last one. All right, we've got some pretty big numbers here. Whenever we have the bigger numbers, that usually tells us that we need to kind of keep an eye out for something going on. And in this case, we have a greatest common factor. Don't forget to check for that first. Our greatest common factor here is 3. So I'm going to divide each of these terms by 3. So 6 divided by 3 is 2, so 2s squared plus, divide that by 3, would give us 19s. Divide this by 3 would give us 24. All right, so now I have to look. I still have an a term that is not 1, so I still have to do the guess and check method. So we're going to break up that trinomial into two binomials. However, don't forget to bring down your greatest common factor. That is a common mistake. All right, so we're going to start with the first term. Numbers that multiply to get 2. I only have two options, 1 and 2, so I'm going to fill them in s and 2s. All right, options that multiply to get 24. It's a positive, and if I look at the middle term, also a positive, so I know I'm going to have a positive times a positive here. Options I have are 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, or 4 and 6. I've got quite a few options. Keep in mind, I want my outside and inside terms to add up to give me 19s. And again, this method's called guess and check because we're literally going to guess and check. And you can kind of be smart about it. So if I would put 24 in anywhere here, that's going to be too big. So I know it's not 1 in 24. Could possibly be 12. But if I put 12 in right here, I'd have 2 times 12, which would give me 24. So I definitely know it wouldn't go there. So if it goes anywhere, it would go over here, 12 and 2. That would give me 12s and 4s, which is 16 s's, but I want 19. So I tried. 2 and 12 don't work. So I'm going to guess a different number. So not 2 and 12. Okay, we want to try 3 and 8. I'm going to put the 8 probably with the 2 to give us a bigger number when I multiply them. So 8 times 2 gives us 16. I'd put a plus 3 here. 1 times 3 is 3. So that's 16s plus 3s. That does give us 19s. All right, so our final answer, again, don't forget the 3 out front. 3, and then our 2 binomials are s plus 8 and 2s plus 3. All right, hopefully this is helpful. You guys can check the homework section to see what homework you have for tonight. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.